So Texans training camp literally starts this week. That means football is literally a few weeks away from actually starting. And training camp, unlike OTAs, it kind of does matter. If you hear something good or bad coming out of training camp, then it kind of does matter. Unlike OTAs, like if you hear, oh, this guy did good in OTAs doesn't matter. Training camp matters. Training camp is actual practice. They're actually practicing for the season. They're actually out there in pads and all that. So I'm gonna list you some things or some names you guys should really keep an eye open for, something you should look for. Right off the bat, we gotta start off with the offensive line. Offensive line has been terrible for the past 2, maybe 3 years. And this year, the Texans brought in Senio Calameti, they brought in Zach Fulton, Seantrell Henderson, and Julian Davenport is getting an opportunity to start. So definitely keep an eye on all these names. Even Nick Martin, our starting center, he's a guy to kind of keep an eye on, because you really don't know where exactly he's going to play, because Zach Fulton and Senio Calameti can literally play center and both guard spots. So the interior line, I think, is going to be good, but I really don't know where exactly they're all going to play. So definitely keep an eye on the offensive line. If you hear something good about the line, it's probably going to come from the interior. If you hear something bad, it's probably going to come from Seantrell Henderson, maybe even Julian Davenport. I'm hoping Julian Davenport does good, but that's just wishful thinking. Next name, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson obviously coming back from that ACL injury. I expect him to be fine, but definitely got to keep an eye out on him, see what new things he does, see if he performs better with an offensive line in practice or with a better offensive line. And the next group, tight ends. Yeah, our tight end group is, I'd say, mediocre at best. We have no idea who's gonna be our starting tight end. I'm assuming it's Ryan Griffin, because he's the most balanced out of all 4 of the tight ends we have. But definitely, keep an eye out on the tight end group. See what name you hear the most about. That's probably going to be our starting tight end. Will Fuller is the next guy. Now, the reason I put Will Fuller on the list, see, we know what Will Fuller does. Will Fuller is a good player with Deshaun Watson. But Will Fuller put on some muscle weight. The guy is noticeably, more muscular. The question is, will that slow Will Fuller down? So definitely keep an eye out for that. Are people going to be saying, oh, Will Fuller looks a step slower? Something like that. It's possible, because obviously when you add weight, sometimes you lose a little speed. And Will Fuller, the thing he specializes on is speed. Is that going to affect them? That's yet to be seen. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Kiki Coutee is the next name you guys have to keep an eye on. Now, Coutee had a good OTAs. He was gaining a lot of praise from a lot of Texans, including former Texan legend Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson hardly ever, compliments players and stuff like that, but he was saying good things about Kiki Coutee. So definitely keep an eye out on Coutee, because what he did was in OTAs, and OTAs doesn't really matter. So can he perform well in training camp? The next name, Braxton Miller. Braxton Miller has been kind of a disappointment up to this point, aside from like a few games in 2017. Can we see something out of Braxton Miller here early 2018 in training camp? Definitely keep an eye out for him. Next guy, of course, J.J. Watt. Earlier today, J.J. Watt posted a picture of himself. The guy looks like the Hulk. So he's obviously muscular. I think Watt is ready to go. How is Watt going to perform out there in training camp? Obviously, last year when he came back, he was rusty. He was knocking off some of that rust, and then he got hurt again. This year, I'm pretty sure he's going to be out there in training camp. So hopefully, we hear some good things out of Watt. Next name, Whitney Merciless. Whitney Merciless also suffered a pretty significant injury in 2017, but a pec injury isn't really all that big of a deal in my opinion. I think he should be good, but definitely, you know, look for his name. Whitney Merciless is probably, arguably, our most efficient pass rusher at this point. He's a better pass rusher than Clowney at this point, and I'm more comfortable with Whitney Merciless than I am with Watt. Next name, Aaron Colvin. Now, Aaron Colvin, obviously, he was a shutdown nickel corner for Jacksonville. Yeah, Houston needs a nickel corner, but more importantly, they need an outside corner or multiple outside corners. Can Aaron Colvin actually play outside? That's something we have to keep an eye on early on here in training camp. Can Aaron Colvin be that outside corner that we need right now? And the last name, Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson, again, 2015 he was good. 2016, the first few games he played, well, the only few games he played, he was pretty good. 2017, yikes. Yeah, Kevin was terrible. Can Kevin get back to 2015-2016 form, Kevin? Did Kevin put on some weight? Because we haven't seen Kevin, like, at all this whole offseason. So did Kevin, like Will Fuller, put on some weight so he's no longer injury prone, so you can take more of these hits? Did Kevin improve? Did Kevin get back to the 2015-2016 form? I think Kevin might be one of the bigger question marks heading into training camp, something we kind of, or something I'm hoping gets answered pretty early on, because out there in free agency there's still a corner, Breland, that I think can contribute to the team significantly if Kevin doesn't look good early on. If Kevin looks good early on, man, then maybe our corners aren't as bad as we think. That's just wishful thinking though. Anyways, that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.